Find another shelter you can call your own. You can't push time. You can't push time. But you can ride out every.
iPhone cameras are getting pretty good. Every new release seems to bring along new and improved capabilities that make it easier than ever to take great photos and videos. Whether you're a cinematographer or hobbyist, taking phone videos for work or if you're on vacation, it still helps to know some tips and tricks to shoot better phone videos. I have an iPhone 12 right here and I'm going to talk about using the native app. Now, there are some paid apps out there that would help you shoot better videos, but I'm taking into consideration that you want something that's quick, easy, and free. The iPhone has a great native camera app, and with some of these tips, you can shoot some amazing videos without spending any extra money. Hey there, my name is Mika Matinizad and I'm a cinematographer and Steadicam operator. If this is your first time seeing one of my videos, please subscribe to see more content like this. All right, first let's talk about exposure. If your videos have a lot of, changing exposure levels throughout, then the video is going to end up looking amateur. If you're wanting to look more pro, all you need to do is tap on the area you want to focus on. So no matter where you turn, it's going to keep that same exposure. This is important because if you're shooting in manual mode, then your video will look more polished if your exposure is locked in place. Also, be sure to lock in your autofocus so that it doesn't hunt around while you're trying to shoot. You can do this by half pressing the shutter button or tapping on the area you want to focus on. So no matter where you turn, it's going to keep the same exposure. This will help you create a more cinematic look for your videos. Next, let's talk about varying focal lengths. As any videographer knows, the angle of the camera can have a big impact on the final image. Wide shots help to establish the scene, medium shots focus on the action, and then the close-ups add emotion and intensity. While most phones only have one camera, the iPhone actually has 3 different camera angles that you can use to create more interesting photos or videos. So the next time you're out shooting, don't be afraid to experiment with all of the 3 focal lengths that are on your camera automatically. You might just be surprised by the results. All right, next, let's talk about camera movement. When you're shooting with your iPhone, try not to pan, but use a different camera movement, such as up and down or tracking left to right. This will again help add some of that cinematic look in your footage. The iPhone has a great feature called the time lapse, which allows you to create hyperlapses easily, which, they're super fun to watch. A hyperlapse is basically a moving time lapse. So here's an example of it. Finally, one of the best ways to take better iPhone videos is to have a character in your shot. This could be you or someone else, but having a character will add a little more connection and make your video more interesting. Just be sure to not overdo it with the movement, as this can be really distracting. One of the biggest giveaways that you're shooting on your iPhone is the oversaturation and contrast. So you want to take your videos and drop them into your preferred editing software and lower the contrast and saturation. This will help give your iPhone videos a more cinematic look. If you're looking to take your iPhone videography skills to the next level, these are just a few things that you can do to up your game. For starters, invest in a gimbal. This will help smooth out your shots and give them a more professional look. You might also want to consider attachable lenses. These can help you get wider shots or zoom in without losing the quality. And finally, be sure to edit your footage before you share it. A little bit of post-processing can go a long ways towards making your videos look their best. With a little bit of effort, you can take your videography skills to the next level. So there you have it, some quick tips on how to shoot better iPhone videos. With these in mind, go out and start shooting and create some great videos. If you have any other tips, be sure to share them in the comments below. Happy shooting.